Hello, it's Janine here. I'm bringing you another creative video this week. This week I thought I'd have a go at drawing some very loose and stylized flowers. This is just for a bit of fun and just relaxation. So I'm just doodling here using a fine liner pen. And as you can see, I've added little line details onto the petals of this flower. That just adds a little bit more interest and detail. So like I said, these are very loose and just a bit of fun, and one thing that I always kind of struggle with is getting my petals kind of even, but I'm purposely keeping this very loose and not worrying about that. This is just about, having a bit of fun. And actually having them uneven is the kind of style that I'm going for. So if you can embrace these different things, and you can kind of create them as your own style. One thing you will notice is by the end anyway, I've made sure that all the flowers are linked to like the edge of the page in some way, just so that they're all kind of grounded to something, so they're not just floating. But that's a design choice. If you would like your flowers floating, there's nothing wrong in that. Or another thing you could do is make sure they're all connected to each other in some way, and that would also help ground them, and then maybe one of them or a few of them could be connected to the edge of the page. I hope you're all staying safe and well at home. Here in the UK at the moment we're back into another lockdown. So I hope this video brings you some joy and something to do at this difficult time. And remember, you don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing. This is just for inspiration, to hopefully inspire you to draw your own flowers. I'm using like a thin kind of card. It's thicker than paper. This just enables me to do whatever I would like further down the line. As when I started this, I wasn't quite sure whether I was just going to leave it as a black and white pen drawing, or if I was going to add more to it. So here it is as a black and white pen drawing. I wasn't really sure whether this would be the finished point or not, but in the end I left it for a bit, and then I decided to carry on and go on and add some inktense. So here I'm adding water, and then using inktense pencils, and I'm kind of just letting the inktense pencils flow in the water. So if you can see that on the green, it's kind of sort of spread a bit and done its own thing. If you don't have inktense pencils, as always, use what you have. You could use watercolor, you could use watercolor pencils, whatever you have, but I'm just like adding little hints of color rather than totally coloring over it all. So you can see with that flower over there, I've gone over it with the inktense pencil just on the detailed bits, and then let it flow out into the rest of the petal in a bit more of a subtle kind of way, if that makes sense. I hope you can see what I mean there. And sometimes I'm adding bits of water to encourage it to flow a bit more, but often I'm applying the water first and then adding the inktense over the top of the water. If you've never come across inktense before, they're by Derwent, and they're like watercolour pencils, but they have ink in them instead, so they're more of an intense colour. They also make inktense in blocks and in a palette too. And this one is a woodless watercolour pencil that I've used there, as I didn't have a red in my inktense, but actually it came out more orange than red anyway, so there we go. But if you wondered what that was, because it was slightly different, it was a woodless watercolour pencil, but the rest is done in inktense pencils. If you're using a water-soluble medium like I am, you'll need to make sure that your initial drawing was done in a waterproof pen. But if you're just using dry medium to add colour, then you'll be fine to use whatever you have. So I'm keeping in line with how I've done the initial style of drawing. I'm keeping the colour quite loose and sort of flowing and kind of doing what it wants to do, as I mentioned earlier. But where it hasn't quite gone as I wanted, I've just used the brush to kind of encourage it. And here I'm just, I was just spreading out the green a bit more. And here is the finished piece. I hope this has inspired you to get your pens and watercolours or pencils or whatever you have out to have a go with me. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said earlier, you know, feel free to put your own twist on it. This is just for a bit of inspiration for you. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so if you enjoyed this video, and thanks to everybody that has subscribed. And until next time, bye for now.